Hey, welcome back to Flashbacks and Fun Facts. Last time we left off with talking about arcade royalty, Defender, Missile Command, Tron, and we talked about the arrival of Galaga. But these were the games that were at the front of the arcade. This week, we're taking a stroll to the back of the arcade, past the soda machine, behind Pinball Row, where the carpet's questionable and the cabinets are a little bit weirder. The games you played because the popular ones were taken. But there they were, buzzing in the shadows, quietly shaping the arcade era. I'm going to stick with my high school time frame, so 1982 is the cutoff, and we're going to use the magic of home emulation on a computer to play each and every one of the games. So here we go, my top 10 list for the games at the back of the arcade. Number 10, Crazy Climber. In this game, you control a daredevil scaling skyscrapers using 2 joysticks, one for each arm, making it one of the earliest games to demand full body coordination. As you climb, windows slam shut, flower parts fall, and angry birds dive on you. There's even a King Kong-style ape waiting near the top. No jumping, no shooting, just raw vertical hustle. And if you reach the roof, a helicopter swoops in to rescue you like a pixelated action hero. Number 9, Bubbles. Now this is a weird one. You're a googly-eyed bubble cleaning a sink. Yes, really. You collect dirt and ants while dodging razors and brushes. The goal? Become a full-grown bubble and escape the drain. It's weird, it's whimsical, and surprisingly strategic. Number 8, Moon Cresta. This game was among Japan's top-grossing arcade games of 1980, and it helped establish Nichibutsu's presence in the shooter space. Across waves of Galaxian-style enemy formations, you pilot successive spacecraft modules, and then attempt precision dockings in between stages to combine your ships for greater firepower. But if you fail the docking sequence, you lost a life. Brutal, but brilliant. At number 7, Pleiads. Now this was a sequel to Phoenix, with space defense and alien waves. It added multi-stage gameplay and more complex enemy formations. It was like the game Phoenix, but with a caffeine boost. And in addition to destroying waves of aliens, you also had to dodge falling meteors, defend your base from aliens that were trying to abduct your astronauts, and dock your spacecraft. The name is often misspelled, adding an E before the S at the end, referencing the star cluster it's loosely inspired by. Number 6, Star Castle. Shoot through rotating shields to hit the core. Its layered defense inspired Yard's Revenge on the Atari 2600. It is a masterclass in minimalist arcade design. Easy to learn, tough to master, and visually timeless thanks to its vector display. Coming in at number 5, Lunar Rescue. Descend through chaos, rescue astronauts, then blast your way back up to bring the astronauts to the mothership. If the bay opening is missed, the ship will explode and the astronaut will fall back down to the surface. It switched genres mid-game, half lunar lander, half space invaders. Talk about a mood swing. Number 4, Moon Patrol. Jumping, shooting, and dodging craters on a scrolling lunar highway. This game took off-roading to a whole new level. And it was the first game to use parallax scrolling. That layered background gave an illusion of depth and changed everything. Number 3, Vanguard. Shoot in 4 directions while flying through caverns. It had voice synthesis and invisibility gates, and it combined side-scrolling and vertical scrolling with forced forward motion. And also the soundtrack slapped. It was actually based on music from Star Trek the Motion Picture. At number 2, we have Gorf. 5 stages, voice synthesis, and a rank system. It mashed up Galaxian-style waves, laser-based defense, and space warping. Players pilot an interstellar space cadet ship across 5 distinct missions to defeat the evil Gorfian Empire. You even got promoted between levels. The game stood out for its variety, difficulty, and the taunting boss of the Gorfian Overlord. Alright, and now for my number 1 game from the back of the arcade, Bosconian. Radar, voice alerts, and free-roaming space combat. Bosconian combined elements of exploration and reflex-driven combat in a way that was well ahead of its time. Decades later, its influence can still be felt in space combat games and retro shooter designs. It was one of the first games to yell at you. I mean, literally yell at you.
Alive!
Digitized speech in 1981. That is sci-fi magic. These weren't just games, they were experiments. They broke the rules, they bent genres. They paved the way for everything from Gradius to Star Fox. So the next time someone says, arcades is just about Donkey Kong and Pac-Man, just smile. And tell them about the games tucked back behind the soda machines, the ones with the dusty marquees, the strange controls, and the weird sounds emanating from far back in the corner of the arcade. Because sometimes the real magic wasn't in the spotlight. It was tucked away in the corner, waiting for someone curious enough to come by and drop in a quarter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.